Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to Study Buddy. In the series of learning HTML and CSS, today is our lecture number 18 and lecture number 18 is all about div and span. So div and span are very important HTML elements rather than other HTML elements because div and span are used to create the structure of your web page. It is the div and span which decides that how much height, width and area will be covered by other HTML elements. Other HTML elements like anchor tag which is used for link, p tag which is used for paragraph, br tag which is used for break. So these are all the HTML elements which are performing some specific functions, but div and span act as a container, as a wrapper for all these HTML elements. So we are going to write all the other HTML elements within the div and span tag because div and span act as a wrapper for other HTML elements. Just like you wrap a gift, no matter if your gift shape is circular, if you wrap it into a square box, then it seems like a square shaped gift. So yeah, in that way div and span act as a wrapper for all the other HTML elements and we perform CSS on the div and span tag. Okay, just like for example, we will see in a complete website there is a header, there is a footer and there are some sidebars. So it is a div and span which decides that how much area will be covered by the header part and how much area will be covered by the footer part and how much area will be covered by the sidebar part. Okay, now we will see the difference between div and span. Div is a block element, so all the elements are block elements which always starts on a new line and takes the full width available. Okay, so these are all the block elements: address, article, block code, canvas. See, these are all the block elements which always starts on a new line and takes the full width available. On the other hand, span is an inline element which doesn't start on a new line and also not takes the full width available. Now what does it mean when I say that div is a block element and span is an inline element? To clearly see the difference between div and span, why div is a block element and span is an inline element, we will execute it in our Visual Studio. So here I write a tag called div in which I write some text, study buddy. Again I will write the same text for clearly understanding the difference between div and span. Now I will write the span tag. No, I think first we will execute the div tag so that you can understand it in a better way. So here is a div tag, the first div tag study buddy and the second div tag study buddy. So when I say that block elements always starts on a new line, so you can clearly see that the second study buddy will not appear in front of that study buddy, okay, in front of the first study buddy. So here it proves that block elements always starts on a new line and takes the full width available. Okay, now we will write the tag span tag in which I will write study buddy, and again I will write the same span tag 2 times. So yeah, this is the main difference between div and span. Div is a block element, that's why it takes a full width available, and the second div will always starts on a new line. And in that case, in the span case, span doesn't start on a new line. That's why the second study buddy will appear in front of the third study buddy. Okay. To understand it clearly, we are going to make a border around the line, around the text, by give it some style. Now we will save it and execute it. Now you can clearly see the difference between div and span. The div takes the full width available and the second paragraph will starts on the new line, second study buddy. But in the case of span, The first study buddy is there and the second study buddy is there. It doesn't start on the new line and doesn't take the full width available. So yeah, this is all about today's lecture. If you have any kind of query, any questions, you can ask in comment section. Thank you so much guys. Allah Hafiz.